Seems the life expectancy of Magisters gets shorter and shorter.
The Magister spirit dashes along the foliage beneath the battlements, nearing the bridge. There is a cry from behind. The spirit glances back. Her gaze follows something tumbling from the battlements to the undergrowth. There is the thump of an impact. She continues running. She sprints onto the bridge, but then something grabs her ankle and hoists her into the air upside down. Her screams are drowned out by a monstrous roar.
Magister is still...
A Magister lies sprawled before you. The ground beneath him is stained with his blood. Several grievous wounds are visible across his body. The Magister doesn't respond. He just lies there, struggling to draw breath. The Magister coughs and splutters as the potion slides down his throat. His eyes focus on you, then fill with fear. The Magister accepts your hand and slowly stands while keeping his eye on you. His face remains a mask of fear and distrust.
The Paladins attacked our barracks. I tried to flee, but was trapped between the fight and a void-woken attack. I remember pain, and then falling, and then everything went black. It all happened so quickly. The Paladins cut down anyone who put up a fight. Magister Raymond and the other Whites vanished. The escape routes were blocked. They must have barricaded themselves away. They spewed some nonsense about Magisters collaborating with the Black Ring. They could at least be honest if they just wanted to seize power from us. Magister Raymond, he commanded all of the White Magisters in Arx. He answered to nobody, except maybe Dallas herself. He must be dead by now, surely. I don't know. I was just trying to save my own skin. There wasn't time to put much thought into it. I want no trouble, I swear. I'll leave all this behind and start a new life someplace. Whatever you want, ask. Dallas? I don't know. I've never even spoken to the woman. Raymond was the one giving me orders. Raymond and the other Whites. You don't have to tell me twice. I'm never coming back here.
spotted something. Void woken, and they're cornered. Let's help finish them off.
Face them to the last! is now vain.
Doesn't it?
Join us. Join us. Join us.
As Voidwoken attacks go, you think that one was particularly devastating. The great city of Arx may be finally ready to fall.
You! I read about someone matching your description in the latest dispatch. And now there'll be another tale about you for our war owls to whistle across the four corners of Rivellon. You saved my best paladins by the skin of their teeth. The lads are brave, but they're no match for Voidwoken, especially right off the back of chasing down Magisters. I tell you, they'll be chanting your name in the mess hall tonight. Well, you've heard that the Magisters were colluding with the Black Ring, right? After the Voidwoken first attacked our city, Lord Kem investigated and put two and two together. It all makes sense now. To think they blamed all sorcerers. The only question remaining is why. The Magisters have a lot to answer for. Those left alive, that is. Obviously.
She eyes you curiously, eyes narrowing in her hard face.
Are you serious? You won't find the leader of the Magisters walking in the open in Arx. This is Paladin territory now. But check in with Lord Kem. He's conducting an investigation of all the Magisters in the barracks. He might know something about her whereabouts. Take care. I doubt this is quite the city you were expecting to find.
The faint spirit's voice is little more than a whisper, echoing inside your mind.
No. Treacherous paladins. There can be no divinity in an order that betrays its own.
The spirit suddenly looks up at you, eyes wide and accusing.
Treachery! Treachery! Treachery!
Thank you for your help, traveler. The city is open. The streets are safe for now.
What a massacre.
A wave of sadness rolls off the spirit, sadness mixed with betrayal. The Magister was stabbed in the back by one they'd known as a friend. The spirit laughs. A terrible, cynical guffaw that says that the world is an evil place where no one is safe. But inside the laughter, there's shame. The Magister knows that he sinned, and suspects that his death was deserved.
Do you know, this Ark's place doesn't look half bad. It's only about 1/3 bad, really. Maybe 2/5, depending on the weather.
Hello, gorgeous.
Bright eyes flashing eagerly, Ifan leans in to kiss you. Ifan steps closer, pressing into you with the whole length of his body as he wraps strong arms around you. He's so warm, and a rich scent rises from him, storms and leather. He kisses you like a man starved, then nuzzles into your neck, scratching your skin with his beard. It tingles wonderfully. Just as you're wondering if he's going to take you right here and now, he pulls away with clear regret.
I know. We've got work to do. So, what did you want to talk about? Well, you know what I think? We need to find Lucian, without delay. Everything.
Ifan glances at you from under dark lashes, a shy smile on his lips.
Even though the whole world is going to hell, for me, everything is better than before. But I can't lose you to all this. I've lost, well, everybody else. There's few enough rays of light left in this world. And you're the brightest.
Ifan pulls you into his strong arms and holds you close, kissing the top of your head tenderly.
You killed the Voidwoken. This city needs more like you. I salute you, Monster Slayer. That a hero like you would arrive on Lucian's Day, well, it gives me hope. Seems the Magisters have been dicing with dark magic. You'd have them to thank if there were any left. Many fled. Those who didn't died or ended up in a cell.
She looks at you derisively and spits on the ground, close enough to your boot to make her point.
If she is, Lord Kem will want to know. Kem commands the city now. On Lucian's Day, you'd better believe it. City's a bit of a mess, it's fair to say, but the worst has passed. We'll have the place cleaned up in no time. You've done more than enough. Well, we're glad you were here. Stay safe. You killed the Voidwoken. This city needs more like you.
You're a hell of a warrior, defeating the Voidwoken like that. Thanks for the service, Voidkiller. I've friends alive and walking around because of you.
You have my thanks, Monster Killer. We need all the help we can get. With the Magisters gone, this will be the end of the Voidwoken attacks, I hope. When a sorcerer uses Source, the Voidwoken come, so they say. But the Magisters have been dealing in darker magic. The Voidwoken came, bigger and more deadly. But the Magisters are done now. Take care, friend.
Look, about the Divinity we've chased halfway across the goddamn world. Entrusted to one person, I don't think it's a force for good. The gods themselves were corrupt, and even Lucian could fare no better than them. Not to mention his son, Alexander. Long may he rot. You saw him in action. Driven by fear, he took his father's power and used it to turn innocent sorcerers to silent monks in Fort Joy. And now here we are, like moths to a flame, not understanding that the fire will consume us. You know, when our journey started, I was a man without a purpose. I lost it in the death fog. But now, after everything we've been through together, I see what needs to be done. I say we end Divinity. I say we extinguish the flame and forget about a new divine ascending. No one person should have that power. Rivellon has suffered enough. Let's share the power with everyone. And then, let's all fight the void together.
Ifan nods once and throws you a half smile.
Well then, let's go make that happen.
The paladin wistfully hums a tune. You recognize the air. Smoke gets in your hair. He stops his humming and gives you a suspicious look. He rolls his eyes and turns back to...
That was Rosewood's favorite song, and Rosewood's dead. You didn't know Rosewood. Leave his favorite song alone.
The spirit burns with rage at the carnage wrought on Arx. Rage for the Voidwoken, rage for the Magisters, and rage too for himself and his fellow paladins for failing to see the danger until it was too late.
If we're not careful, we'll burn the world.
Better days out in this city.
Those paladins will ruin Arx, mark my words. Nothing but a bunch of damn nobles playing soldier.
The bastard burn well. I'll say that.
Creatures are better off dead. There's bodies in the streets. Are better off dead. This place isn't free
Never happened under Lucian, at least not to us.
I see you avoided the fight.
Out of my way.
I'm a lover.
Where the smells? Oh, Mr. Smells!
I've had better days out in this city.
The spirit of an older man observes the nearby painter. He tut-tuts to himself.
That poor boy is wasting his time, walking upon well-trodden paths. I thought I raised it better than that. Did you tell him what you thought of his little picture? A budding painter, a journeyman, if you will. I'm afraid I poisoned the well for the poor lad. He had to grow up in the shadow of I, the finest painter Arx has ever seen. I blame myself. I should never have encouraged him as a child. He could have grown up to be a merchant or a dentist, not embarrassing himself like this. Of course I am. I painted the greatest works of art that Arx has ever seen. The Sacrifice of Lucian. My opinion is the only one that matters. They are part of a private collection now, Lord Kem's. Perhaps he'll grant you a viewing, but I doubt it. There's a reproduction on display at the cathedral. Not the same as viewing the original, of course, but it gives the great unwashed something to pray for.
A young man works at a canvas, mounted on an easel. Smears of what must be red paint are evident on his hands and clothing. He's oblivious, in a daze as he paints.
I didn't just see it, I witnessed it. Now I must preserve it upon canvas for the generations to come.
He nods, a faraway expression on his face.
The great schism of the Divine Order and the ruination of Arx. This will be my masterpiece. I usually only display completed works, but, well, this painting's raw power is already plain to see. Here, feast your eyes.
He gestures to the canvas. It's completely covered in the same shade of red, layer after layer. It's sodden, dripping onto the cobbles. The painter scoffs. He looks quite pale, you notice. Ill, perhaps. A drip of red falls from his sleeve to the cobbles.
You should open your mind. You would see so much more. Red is the only shade that matters. Life and death, true passion from within the artist.
He tugs back the sleeve of his tunic to reveal a blood-soaked cloth bandage around his wrist.
It was my father's technique. He was the finest painter of his generation, and he used his own blood for his masterwork. The final panel of The Sacrifice of Lucian. He was also quite the sorcerer. Magic-infused blood can be used to produce the most vivid effects, if you're skilled enough. Self-preservation is a petty concern. I must put the spiritual above the corporeal. I must finish, for the most part. A copy can be seen at the Great Cathedral, here in Arx. I visit frequently, for inspiration, but the original panel, the one that my father used his blood to depict Lucian's final sacrifice, was given to Lord Ken a long time ago. He keeps it locked away somewhere in that mansion of his. A masterpiece like that should be on public display for all to see.
More blood down there than water.
The bastard birds are say that.
I've spotted something. There's more blood down there than water.
Hear ye! Suspect in Alexander murder found dead in Driftwood. Hear ye! Magister's routed. Lord Kem's paladins back in charge. Hear ye! Void-woken attacks increase. Citizens warned to be alert. Hear ye! Kraken sighted at sea. Several ships missing. Hear ye! Magisters colluded with Black Ring. Paladins clean house. Hear ye! Queen Justinia confronts rebel factions. Dwarven royal stands tall. Hear ye! Paladins promise the Good Counsel School will reopen soon. People respond, no hurry! Hear ye! Stranger threatens kid. Tell don't cry or unhappy.
She sticks her tongue out at you, then gets back to work.
Hear ye, hear ye. Trouble brewing in the ancient empire. Dallas strengthens border defences. Hear ye, hear ye. Lucian's day arrives. Hopeful pilgrims take the path of blood. Not if you're without sin, it isn't. Hear ye, hear ye. Dwarven wedding interrupted by Voidwoken. Brave dwarves party on. Hear ye, hear ye. Cranley Hubert publishes latest edition. New book already out of date. Hear ye, hear ye. That's all the news that's fit to shout.
We shall train. We shall talk.
Magister's rooted.
You're not another bloody pilgrim, are you? The city's swarming with those tight-fisted bumpkins as it is.
I hear the rumble of water. Nothing more.
The elf stands in front of a cart, displaying various sundries. He warmly motions to you and gives you a broad...
Don't fret, my lady, and don't falter. You needn't call to Lucian for succour, for I am here to answer your purchasing prayers on this day of celebration. May the gods watch over.
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
Trouble brewing in the ancient empire. Dallas strengthens border defences.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let them surrender.
Not too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
Arx is still a free city, last time I checked.
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
All those broken arrows. You've got your work cut out. Hear ye, hear ye. I'm not pretty.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let them surrender.
Too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
Arx is still a free city, last time I checked.
There's bodies in the streets.
The elf stands in front of a cart, displaying various sundries. He warmly motions to you and gives you a broad smile.
Replenishing your supplies, Monster Slayer? An excellent idea. There'll be more Voidwoken to slay before we are done, I wager.
He tips you a salute and walks on.
Magister's rooted. Lord Paladin's back in charge.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let them surrender.
Not too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
Arx is still a free city, last time I checked.
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
Best time of year to make some gold in Arx round Lucian's Day. Half of the merchants boost their prices on the sly. Most folk never realise.
She nods a greeting.
You, eyes over here, yeah? I know she's pretty, but me wife's here to work, not a gawk at. Now, what'll it be? Now that you're all done, why don't you just skedaddle on out of here?
Best time of year to make some gold in Ark.
This place isn't free, not anymore.
I'm just the one that hammers and such. You want the wares, you speak to my wife Fianola over there.
Too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
Arks is still a free city, last time I checked.
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
A spillage all over the floor.
Don't fret, my lady, and don't falter. You needn't call to Lucian for succour, for I am here to answer your purchasing prayers on this day of celebration.
What's going on? I smell terrible things, I do. I smell fear, and blood, and doom, and death, and something else. Something worse. It's coming from under the city.
Bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
You've got your work cut out.
Very funny.
Summer's still good. Oh, yes. The town is all a twitter over your escapades at the gate. It's the perfect time to replace the hunting supplies you've lost, yes? May the land sustain you and the wild game feed you, friend.
Hear ye, hear ye!
I heard that the paladins didn't even let them surrender.
Not too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
I can hear voices, but I can't make them out.
Last time I checked.
I'm sure I saw torchlight down there.
Free, not anymore.
We shall trade. We shall talk.
Look, by all means, but do not touch the merchandise. Human skin.
Who'll pay for all this damage? If those paladins try to put another levy on my coffers, the Magisters will be the least of their blasted troubles.
You've got your work cut out.
Summon's still too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
Arks is still a free city, last time I checked.
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
What a pile of junk.
They got damaged in the fight.
I
It'll
heard that
fix
the
it.
paladins killed unarmed magisters.
You're confident?
Didn't even let them
I'll give you that.
Not too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
Arks is still a free city, last time I checked.
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let them surrender.
I welcome you, comers.
Too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
Arks is still a free city, last time I checked.
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
The arrow flies straight. Suspect another on the line of What a pile of junk.
They got damaged in the fight. It'll fix up just fine.
You're confident? I'll give you that.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let them surrender.
Not too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
We shall trade. We shall talk.
Arks is still a free city, last time I checked.
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
I welcome newcomers and natives alike. We shall trade. We shall talk.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let them surrender.
Not too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
Arks is still a free city, last time I checked.
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
I welcome
What a
newcomers
pile
and
of
natives
junk.
alike. We shall trade. They got damaged in the fight. It'll fix up just fine.
You're confident. I'll give you that.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let them surrender.
Newcomers and natives alike. We shall trade.
Too loud.
We shall talk.
What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
Arks is still a free city, last time I checked.
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
I welcome
I heard
newcomers
that the
and natives
paladins
alike.
killed unarmed
We shall
magisters.
trade.
Didn't even let them surrender.
Not too loud. What do you think paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
I'm not picky.
Arks is still a free city, last time I checked.
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
I welcome newcomers and natives alike. We shall trade. We shall talk.
Magisters routed. Lord Kem's paladins back in charge.
I welcome newcomers and natives alike. We shall trade. We shall talk.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let them surrender.
Not too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
Arks is still a free city, last time I checked.
There's bodies in the streets. This place isn't free, not anymore.
I welcome newcomers and natives alike. We shall trade. We shall talk.
Broken arrow. You've got your work cut out. I'm not picky, as long as the arrow flies straight.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let them surrender.
Not too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us
What a
if they heard
pile
you
of
going
junk.
wrong like that?
They got damaged in the fight. It'll fix up.
The elf stands in front of a cart, displaying...
Don't fret, my friend, and don't falter. You, as I promised, miracles at a modest price.
Cracking sighted at sea. Several ships missing.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters.
I hear the rumble of water. Nothing more. Look, by all means, but do return should you find it necessary.
We shall trade. We shall
Oh, yes. But may the land sustain you and the wild game feed you, friend.
Ark's fletchery, bows, bolts, and death from above.
How's the potion business going?
Mixed.
Very funny.
Nature provides. Nature provides. You may appreciate the delicacy of my herbs and solvents, elf, but do be graceful in your browsing. I cannot risk a tainted tincture. Nature provides. Browse as you must, but do respect my wares. Proper handling requires nimble fingers. Do return, should you find it necessary.
They got damaged.
You're confident. I'll give you that.
Sturdy bows and sharp arrows, here for the choosing.
A flat circle of polished black obsidian. The mirror is pretty. It had magic once, but now it's a mirror and nothing more.
Hunters, I've got the wares you need.
A flat circle of polished black obsidian.
Giant Slayer. Back may the land sustain you and the wild game feed you, friend.
They got damaged.
You're confident. I'll give you that.
Nature.
Oh yes, the town is all a twitter over your escapades at the gate. It's the perfect time to replace the hunting supplies you've lost, yes?
I serve all who seek aid, as I promised. Miracles at a modest price.
I heard that the paladins killed unarmed magisters. Didn't even let them surrender.
Not too loud. What do you think the paladins would do to us if they heard you going wrong like that?
Arks is still last time I checked.
This market is usually twice as busy. People must still be...
This isn't free, not anymore.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Back in business. That's... Shoo, you flea bag, shoo! Roll up, don't be shy.
Nature provides.
Suspect in Alexander Mountain in Driftwood.
They got damaged.
You're confident. I'll give you that.
Roll up, don't be shy.
Big magisters don't tend to borrow things.
still, Paladin.
Paladin can't lead them either. They took the weapons off.
Get out of here, you dirty mutt!
Nature provides.
Hear ye, hear ye!
I welcome newcomers and natives alike. We shall train. We shall cook.
Roll up, don't be shy!
You've got some fighting, and I've got what you. Eyes over it. Now that you're all done, why don't you just skedaddle on out of here?
Roll up, don't be shy!
I welcome newcomers and natives alike. We shall train.
Giant Slayer. Back to refill your
Shop
quiver,
here
are you?
for sundries, oddments, and general miscellany.
How's the potion business going?
Mixed. For your good health.
Sorcerers are a danger to all. Report any sightings to your nearest magister.
Nature provides.
The guard ignores you. The guard ignores you.
Monster Slayer, rest assured we have your back.
North, Cathedral. South, City Gates.
Provides.
For the safety of Riverlong, report all sorcerers to the nearest magister.
Look at you. Beautiful. Inside and a visitor. Tell me, do you like puppets?
The toy seller nods and smiles.
Wonderful. Here, take a look at this.
The puppet springs to life.
Impressive, no? There's a lot of craftsmanship in that small package. Quite a lot. Now, what can I do for you? I haven't had many callers of late, what with all the fuss and hubbub that's been going on outside. Quite. Luckily for me, I have everything I care about right here. Why, I could lose days on end rummaging around inside my darlings. Sauce, what else? Each and every one of my darlings has a little bit of magic in them. It turns a mere toy into a friend. I'm on good terms with the Divine Order. They know what my work entails. They've even had use for me in the past. I have nothing to fear from them. Oh, no, not at all. I use only the smallest sprinkle of sauce in my work. I'd hardly think a Voidwoken would set its sights on me and my darlings. Consider me at your service if you need anything else. Nearly there, my darling. Then you can play with all your brothers and sisters.
A well-dressed dwarf woman lies on the cobbles, giggling drunkenly to herself.
I wish I was bloody homeless. Then I'd be home already. No, I was at a wedding. Beggars kicked me out. Said I was causing a scene. The usual fuss. The groom's a local alchemist, marrying the daughter of some big shot merchant. Invitation only, I'm afraid. They'd hardly kick out their own flesh and blood, would they? I barely know any of them. Friends of business, eh? No. Why would I do that?
A well-dressed dwarf woman lies on the cobbles, giggling drunkenly to herself.
I wish I was bloody homeless. The usual fuss. The groom's a local alchemist, marrying the daughter of some big shot merchant. They'd hardly kick out their own flesh and blood, would they? I barely know any of them. Friends of business acquaintances. Eh? No. Why would I do that? Fine. Take the bloody thing. Now, off with you. I can feel a void walking of a headache coming along.
I was sure I saw torchlight down there.
Arx thanks you, stranger. Your prowess on the field is already legendary. Be careful, or we'll claim you as our own.
All I did was cheer the bride for the size of her nose.
For the safety of Riverland, report all sorcerers to the nearest Magister.
First wedding I've missed in...
For the safety of Riverland, report all sorcerers to the nearest Magister.
All I did was cheer the bride for the size of her nose.